discretion is advised.
Alrighty then. Let's get right back to business. So, I'm just saying, guys, we gotta be patient. We gotta be patient. There's a lot of figures I really wish would come out. A lot of people are mentioning Riken. A lot of people are mentioning Veers. Veers with the backdrop, like Veers with a 2-pack of snow troopers. Okay, 2-pack snow troopers.
See, I'll be honest with you. Veers also is very easy to make because they already have the chest armor from the Mud Trooper. You take the Mud Trooper helmet and do slight modifications, and then you have the general. Then you have the general officer armor. So, absolutely. Now the thing is too, they made a black series of him, and apparently the only thing that was holding that up was him giving licensing rights, because I guess he could control his own rights, So he made the black series figures, and there's video of him like autographing and saying he loves it. So if they're gonna make a Veers figure, I could actually see, the actor, or his estate, whoever's in control of that, giving the go-ahead for that. Absolutely.
That's funny. Greedo in a speedo. Hey. I love that.
That is a clever name.
That's a good name.
But also leaves a scary image in the brain.
I hate you now because I have a very imaginary brain. So you say something, then it pops up in my head. I'm like, no, to get that out of my head. How dare you? How dare you? Because also I've been getting messages from people asking me, where is freaking Crosshair?
At this point, I would almost think that it's more like a preview, and they're showing you as they progress. I might think that you might have to wait until either the end of the season, which is again still another 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away, or they're gonna release the Tech Wrecker and show Omega. Yeah. We keep talking back to it. I potentially think we could see the whole team together at New York Comic Con.
Yeah, New York Comic Con. Yeah, I could definitely see the whole team coming back for New York Comic Con.
And then for a flex, I could see them doing the dagger.
The dagger. Yeah, the dagger. Oh my god! How big would that be? Like, no one will be. They won't put that out. They
probably.
Put that out. That'd be too massive.
It'd be smaller than the Falcon.
Okay, it'd be smaller than the Falcon.
Yeah.
Honestly, if it's in Mandalorian or Clone Wars, Bad Batch or Clone Wars, we might see a figure, because that's what's popping right now.
Yeah, Omega and Gonk Droid, I definitely could see them doing that. Like Jose Guerrero, he just put Omega and Gonk Droid. That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Because of the Jawa and Gonk Droid set. I've never thought of that, but that makes some sense too.
But the thing is, they'll overprice it because of the Gunk Droid. Look what happened to the Gunk Droid over at with the 2-pack Jawa, not 2-pack Jawa and Gunk Droid 2-pack. For that price, they should have thrown in another freaking Jawa. For that price, they should have thrown in another Jawa.
I think I got what line for? I told you I got like 157 or something. So at that price, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But at 267, no. So.
267, no. That was overpriced, man. That was overpriced, especially the material. The material's not that great. Not material, but the detail of it. It's too clean for not the Gunk Droid. The Gunk Droid is fine, but the actual Jawa, it doesn't. It's just too clean to me. Kind of like what they did. Kind of like what they're doing with the Sand people, the Tusken Raider.
The Tusken people.
Yeah.
The Tusken Raiders. Okay.
The Tusken Raiders, yeah. The Sam people. Single file. Okay, Anakin Twins is asking, making a statement. I could have sworn that the Crosshair was a lighter color, like Tech in the show, in the first few pictures before they pulled him. Now he looks more the same as Echo and Hunter. I don't think, I think it was a bit similar to more like Echo. in his colorings, but the one that stands out from the rest is Tech. Tech got that white gray to it.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, and I have to go back and watch the first 2 or 3 episodes to confirm or deny that. Because I'm still used to him being in the black elite armor. So, but as far as like the detailing and the marking, especially off his shoulder podron, that looks spot on. Especially in that helmet with the eye marking. Now again, the only issue I have with the helmet is that it's like the faceplate is too long and it's too wide, and it doesn't come to the right angle. And again, it's just a prototype. That's something that's easy for them to fix.
Yeah, and also the fact that the reason why we haven't seen Crosshair up for pre-order yet, I think, is because they probably want to show off the head sculpt in their Comic-Con. I think that's hell. They might even surprise us. They probably show the head sculpt. Well, actually, no. They won't add anything to this display at the moment for August summer showcase. So they'll probably wait till New York Comic Con to show off the head sculpt.
Yep. Yeah, the eyes on the Hottoys Jow will light up. Now, I must have got a second batch, because I know some people in the first batches, they were having issues with the brightness in the Jow eyes. Mine are pretty bright. In fact, there's light bounce off the cape. They're that bright. So, but again, I have mine on soap reactors, not batteries. So I don't know if that makes a difference.
But yeah, I don't mind Hot Toys dropping, more of the Bad Batch figures, because hey, take my money, take my money with Mandalorian. But I do understand that we are, missing out on OG figures, and I really want Hot Toys to help us out with those OG figures, because come on, it's the original trilogy stuff, man. Hell, complete the Rogue One line at least. Give us base, God.
Oh, damn. I mean, there's just so much stuff. Now, here's the thing. Do you think you could possibly see Baze from Andor? Not necessarily directly with Andor, but kind of like as a, kind of like as Jeddah. They go back to Jeddah and show what's happening.
Well, the thing is, he did talk to Baze like he knew him before. You know how Cassian Andor was like in Rogue One talking to him, like he probably worked with him before.
Yeah, I mean there was association some way.
Yeah, the only one he wasn't associated with was Chirrut Imwe, because he was asking, is he a Jedi? No Jedi's here. Just believers like this one.
Exactly, so. Alright, see ya, Anakin's twins. Thanks for showing up,
twins,
brother.
Thank you. I appreciate you popping up. Complete the Rogue One, for the love of God. Yes, NDN Sith. Yes, complete the Rogue One line. I think that's the last one, right? Is Baze. No, Cassian Andor too, but the Cassian Andor, they won't pop that up till maybe they'll do Cassian Andor for the show and not Rogue One. That'd be ridiculous, though.
But then again, even though, like, as of now, Alan Tudyk, he's said that K2SO is not going to be in this. Now, we don't know if this is a mini-series or if it's actually going to be a series with a potential for a second season. But and either way, I think we're going to see security droids, and the way that they can reissue K2SO without it being K2SO is, again, you saw the different color markings around the shoulders. Again, you give a red or, a different variation of the color markings around the shoulder, do a few, changes on the back of the head. I mean, essentially you have, and just release it as an Imperial security droid. And you've got your K2SO. So
that, if we get the full-on head sculpt, I will probably do that with Zemo. Zemo. Do the Zemo dance, the Zemo dance gif. If we get the full-on head sculpt, I'll do that. But if we're getting just the mass head sculpt, then this is probably going to be my look right here. Him with the Defender up. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see Zemo coming out. Like, from what I remember, I think I spoke to Anna Prado about this, that we were supposed to get four of the WandaVision stuff. I think 3 or 4 of the figures for the what's this show again? Falcon and Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. Loki, it was either 2 or 3, but I think we're only going to get 2, unfortunately. And then, which is the 2-pack. I think that's going to be a 2-pack. The Loki
And Sylvie.
And Sylvie. That's going to be a 2-pack. I think that's going to be a 2-pack.
Yeah, it's Sylvie, right? Not Sylvia. I keep getting. Yeah, okay, Sylvie.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
And then with so this one, because hell, like, I really want Hot Toys to give us a 2.0 version of the Winter Soldier, the original Winter Soldier. Oh my God!
Exactly.
Look! Oh my God! Look who entered the party. Wait.
I'm coming. Give me a second here.
Okay. Well,
I waited.
So, what was the triggering event? What was the nexus point?
Okay, he's here now. Okay,
I'm here. I was setting up the camera here. I was trying to multitask here today. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay?
Yes, indeed.
Okay,
yes.
good. I was trying to multitask while I joined on your conversation. What are we talking about? What's a debate? We speculating here? What's going on?
Yeah, earlier we were talking about with V. V just left, but hey, Denobi's in, so well we swapped the guests. Okay, brand new guest has entered the fray. Well,
really?
Yeah. So we were talking about what's going on with Bespin Han and the Empire Strikes Back figures. And the reason why I brought that up because I watched your video a few days ago when you were in the forest moon of Endor, right?
Oh, you like that, huh? That's right.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the fact that you had the Ewok there, that you did some magic trick with your Stormtrooper helmet. If you guys would be able to catch that, he did some film magic tricks right there. But yes, the whole thing with the Empire, I think we're probably are going to be shoveling out, ending the Empire line, but maybe with just the Bespin Luke. And then we're going to move on, like you were talking about in your video, that the Return of Jedi might be the line that they will pretty much finish for the original trilogy.
God, I hope so. I really hope that they kind of go somewhat heavy on that. You figure we're not going to get teases on that maybe till next year, early next year, maybe even San Diego Comic-Con next year. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because the anniversary is technically... when did Return of the Jedi come out? I know it was 83.
It was 83.
83.
But was it the summer or was it a Christmas film?
No, summer. Summer 83.
Summer. So yeah, you figure the earliest we'll get teases on Return of the Jedi. Speculating here, it's probably going to be spring, maybe summer, San Diego Comic-Con of next year. There's a lot. But they can go heavy on it.
But then there's also another thing, because 2023 is a double whammy, because then that's also 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yep. It's a double whammy.
The Clones. Yeah, the film that started off the whole clone love and saga and the different animated spin-offs. Yeah, that's going to be really important as well too. Shoot, I didn't think about that.
So 20th anniversary for 2002's Clone Wars, which will be next year, if they want to drop anything for that line for the 20th anniversary. And then we got for 2023.
We got a few tchotchke things, don't we? Wait a minute.
That's right, the Django. Yeah, we got Django. Django. Yeah, we got Django. We got Konduku. People want Padme. People want them to drop Padme, and also they want young Kenobi. So
now, would they already this quickly show another, B2, but in the movie colors?
Mace Windu. But the thing is, would you want a Mace Windu for Attack of the Clones or Mace Windu for Revenge of the Sith?
Revenge. Because if you do it for Revenge, then you got to do Emperor.
Yeah.
Does he change? His look doesn't change between Mace Windu's look doesn't change between.
Any of the movies. He's essentially looks the same through all three movies.
I was going to say, all you need is one Mace Windu, and he can pretty much fill the whole... It's everybody else in the saga that evolves throughout the films. So...
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you throw in Mace Windu for Revenge of the Sith, and also they did, have prototypes for Kit Fisto as well. They had several characters for Revenge of the Sith that were prototypes. So they can move all those figures over to the Revenge of the Sith. It'll wait a couple of years though. That's the thing, because we got so many of these other figures in the works, and also films that are coming out between now. Well, 40th anniversary between now and 2005. 2005 is the Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary, right? So 2005 would be 2025.
Yeah.
damn, that's so far away. That means
But
they
here's
might
the
as well
thing,
just drop
too.
a Mace Windu for Attack of the Clones.
But here's the thing: isn't the next Star Wars movie supposed to also come out in 2023? Rogue Squadron. So there's another.
Wait, that's a movie or a show? I think that was.
No, it's a movie. It's a full
It's a
movie done by
movie.
Patty Jenkins.
That's a TV show. That's Disney Plus, isn't it?
No, it's not a
Yeah.
TV show. It's a full movie, an actual movie, not a show. It's a movie.
I thought it was supposed to be a show.
I thought
No,
it
it
was
was.
a Disney Plus show. Yeah.
No, it's a full movie announced on Investor Day as a full movie done by Patty Jenkins. You know, the woman who did the first Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Okay, so
Well,
we're getting comments now. It's a movie. So
It is a movie. Okay.
oh
It's a
my
movie.
god!
Alright.
So if anything, they gotta have to drop anything they can right now. If they want to do Attack of the Clones characters, they gotta drop them for Attack of the Clones. They can't wait for Revenge of the Sith figures. They gotta drop them because there won't be time. They're gonna be all over the place with Star Wars. Like there won't be time for Revenge of the Sith.
And
Unless
then
they're
after-
gonna cut out certain characters that they're not gonna bring back.
Well, and then the next rumor is, again, according to the release schedule at Investor Day, the next set of movies after Rogue Squadron is going to be the start of the next trilogy. They just, I mean, we don't know what, again, the rumors are up and down. It could be Old Republic. It could be Ruin Johnson's trilogy. We don't know yet. Nothing officially, it could go either way.
I did my audit yesterday, Nate, and counting the Star Wars pre-orders that have shipped to the U.S. Right?
Yes.
I subtracted the pre-orders that have shipped. So examples like Rey. I subtracted things like Rey out of the list. We're at 41, exactly 41. Once I added the Luke Deluxe, we are at 41. So it concerns me when I keep hearing everybody asking for more, where I can go on the Sideshow website and it's starting to slightly show that a couple of these items aren't going to be moving as fast as they are. So like I said, this is, I talked about it on my live stream, like this, it's still too early, but the speeder bike from the Mandalorian, has Kylo sold out from the Sideshow website, has Rey. Now that is prequel trilogy. That's I'm not prequel. That's a sequel trilogy, but that can kind of be used as a gauge, maybe, or should we use more of the Mandalorian drops as more as a controlled?
Well, from what I was told from one of my Boston spies, Monica, and there's people in the comments that know Monica. Monica has said that not only Death Watch stuff is looking to come out, in the works, like come out early, but not only the Death Watch Mandalorian, but also the Mandalorian Tusken Raider is looking to come out early as well. Those are the rumors right now. So a lot of these Mandalorian figures that don't have head sculpts, will probably, because the Tusken Raider it's pretty much kind of like a helmet sculpt, right? So those figures like that will have a very easy early release because it's not a head sculpt. They got to go back and rework, kind of like what happened with the Mark 85 Tony Stank.
Okay. There's a comment there from Local Lou. Yes, I did add Jango Fett. And I also added the Stormtrooper Commander. So we're exactly at 41, not counting the pre-orders that have shipped to the U.S. I also subtracted like the 501st Clone Trooper, but the Corsican Guard is still part of my list, even though it's been released in Hong Kong. It hasn't shipped from Sideshow yet, as far as I know.
I think people did get early shipping notices for the Coruscant Guard from Sideshow.
Okay, because I know the 501st started.
No, people were getting notification, like they got one for the 501st, then they got a separate notification like 5 minutes later for the Coruscant Guard.
So if that's the case, Don Prime, then my theory about them expediting these shipments, their gain in speed, is showing. Like they're really accelerating these pre-orders. They're coming in fast. So those good old days of like the stuff like, oh well, it's past its pre-order date so I can cancel and get my non-refundable deposit. So we are past the turnaway point now, where this is it. Anybody that starts to pre-order stuff from Star Wars and you have cold feet, you're going to start to eat these non-refundable deposits, is what would be my expectation moving forward from this point.
Yeah, the reason why I was saying that earlier, with Denobi, his predictions are coming true right now with these early releases. Like the freaking 501st wasn't supposed to come out now. It was supposed to come out towards the end of the year, towards summer/fall. Now we got it early fall, and I'm here in early summer, and I was like, oh man, if just prepare your wallets. You got like pre-orders like me at 70.
Yeah, and remember, I hypothesized that we were going to get an early version of the Blurg by Christmas, even though the Blurg is expected to start shipping early spring of next year. So I'm thinking the Blurg will ship by Christmas. That $600 vinyl Rotocast Pop Blurg, yeah, that's really gonna test the waters there. Yeah.
It's not. Let me see. Where is this? It's so low in the list. There you go. The freaking Blurg, the quill and the Blurg right here.
Mm-hmm.
That Blurg.
It's supposed to be early. It's supposed to be what, early spring? I'm thinking that'll show up early. I'm thinking that'll be an early drop.
Okay, so we're looking at July 2022 for this.
Okay. So if that shows up early, if that shows up about 90 days early from that first drop, yeah, I would be concerned about everything else, about those $500 those sets. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if this Blurg shows up early, yeah, I would clutch my wallet.
Especially like you're saying, especially at Christmas time when you're already clutching it, and then so.
Mm-hmm.
So this, I mean, this has the potential to almost be like a double whammy financially. Yeah. Well, you're already dealing from Christmas presents.
Yeah, the 501st was slated to ship from Sideshow in October. People are already getting the 501st shipment notifications. That's what, a 90-day early advancement right there? So you can kind of expect them accelerating that. If you look at the, because I have the charts. I built the chart. The Corsican Guards and all these guys weren't supposed to be shipped from Sideshow in the USA earliest October. People are getting it in August. Yeah, I would clutch my wallet.
And then when I hear things like that, I'm like, thankfully, I only, not including my Picard and my data, I only have 13 Hot Toys on pre-order. So.
Oh, Denobi, we talked about the Bespin Luke, and I said that Bespin Luke will probably be the last of the 40th anniversary figures to be revealed. Like, there won't be any more after that. They're probably going to be working on Return of Jedi after that.
I think so.
If you really look at the trends with Hot Toys and Howard Chan, with how they put more work with the Return of Jedi line than they did with the actual Empire 40th anniversary, you can see that there is there's a liking towards Return of Jedi from Howard Chan versus Empire, and it was like we might see a lot more of that. But Robert, he's asking, okay, Denobi, what's your guess when Bespin Luke will be out? I'm guessing, for me, I think possibly a big reveal for New York Comic Con. That's my guess.
Well, I actually have a question for Don Prime regarding New York Comic Con. Have you been to New York Comic Con?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I went in 2019. That's why I'm able to go this year.
Okay. Does Sideshow Collectibles have a booth at the show?
They have a whole giant area to themselves.
Okay, so they do have a presence at New York Comic Con in the same manner as they do in San Diego Comic Con?
Yes.
Okay, so then we're going to get a couple more. We are going to get a couple more reveals at the New York Comic Con. They are throttling a few of their reveals. So I don't think it'll be the Bespin Luke. I don't know what's going on. There's something going on there. We're probably going to get teases on more of the Mandalorian, more of the Book of Boba Fett. We're going to get more Star Wars. I think we're done with The Empire Strikes Back. I think that ship has sailed. I don't know what's going on. But, I could be wrong. I would love a Bespin Luke. I don't have a Bespin Luke. I just don't see that. I feel like that ship has sailed. That's the problem. We have
Yeah.
so much. We have so much. So it always not concerns me. It always like gives me anxiety when I keep hearing collectors. Well, we need we need a loot. We need we need this. We need more. We need more. I'm like peeps, man. We've got 50 plus over Star Wars in the last 12-month period. Majority, you know. So it's like you're. When is enough going to be enough? Because even in the Marvel universe, we've never been bombarded like this before. So
we're dealing with a bunch of Anakin Skywalkers. They want more.
They want more.
A lot of collectors are
the
like
Kylo Ren.
They want more.
No, it's just funny. For all the Luke Skywalker, you can just use the Kylo Ren. Yeah, more.
So,
and the
I'm all for
$10.
Y'all need to do a collection.
Thank you, brother.
Soon.
You need to do a collection update. I know a lot of people have been asking me to do a collection tour, but I'm trying to set that up. I'm trying to set up my collection tour for it.
Yeah, I want to see what Nate's collection tour. I don't think I've ever seen Dom Prime's collection tour.
I just took pictures. To be honest with you, I've got 6 Magic cases and a few others that mine's small but focused. So.
Wow,
I'm not touching anything like yours.
Denobi, I thought you'd probably wait till tonight's stream or something to unbox that one.
I'm going to probably I don't know. I don't know if I was going to do a stream tonight. There doesn't seem to be enough. I don't know. My midnight run was pretty fun. I had a lot of fun with that midnight run, and then special thanks to you and I didn't think you cats would be awake at that night.
Yeah, I was working third shift, and I was like, "Oh, Denobi's on. I gotta watch him." The thing is, what I love about your streams, though, even though we are part of the same, group that have love for Star Wars, your thoughts are very counterintuitive to mine, and I don't like being in an echo chamber. I like to hear different thoughts. Different viewpoints of what's going on. I don't like being in the echo chamber. Like, oh, I agree with this. I agree with that. No. Denobi, you always bring up, a lot of stuff that, oh, wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and just that back and forth, it triggers new ideas. You might not agree with something they say, but that gets you thinking. That gets your thought processes going. So then you counter that. So.
Well, of course, I've made it very clear. That's why I listen to a lot of the. Because I work from home, so that's, and with what I do, there's just times where I'm answering anywhere from 50 to 100 emails, just customer situations, and I'll always have a stream in the background playing, because I've made it's no secret. I use the information I grab from you guys to benefit me, so that I can strategize as to how I'm going to get majority of the Star Wars figures that I want. Which ones should I focus on? Which ones are these kids gonna sandbag forever? Very well the Luke Deluxe isn't gonna sell anytime soon. It crashed the Sideshow website. We're gonna have 50,000+ units of this Luke. Cool. That tells me I don't have to day one pre-order this Luke or even worry about it. I can then worry about the Dark Troopers. I can worry about the Tusken Raiders, all those Rogue One off troopers that no one seems to be paying attention. Shoot, those guys look cool as hell. I want those in my collection. That's what I need to focus on. So yeah, it's helping. It's that's the whole idea of the streams. It's helping everybody, sharing thoughts and ideas. There's a lot of collectors out there that want majority of these figures. But look, when I recalculated my chart last night, 41 figures have not dropped, right? If I was to collect all those 41 figures that have not shipped yet, that's little over $6,000, right? Now, I'm not going to buy all those figures. I don't need a 2-pack Boba Fett. I don't need Boba Fett on the commode. I don't. Well, I will only for the chair, for the Jabba's Palace. I want that for the chair, but I don't really care for the color scheme of that suit. But I do want that prop. Because there's one thing that lacks in the community is 1/6 diorama accessories.
Dioramas and vehicles,
Vehicles anything with vehicles, swoop bikes, the Anakin on the all that stuff. I eat all that stuff up because we don't have enough of high quality vehicles and props and stuff that we can use.
Can I just interject on that? So I had a crazy project in my mind, and since you brought up vehicles, I just want to show you because I got phase 1 of that crazy idea.
Oh.
What you got? Let's see.
What you got? Hold on. What is that? I'm looking. Oh, the Iron Man suit. Is that what that is?
Yep. I got the full Stark race suit.
Wow.
You know? Yep, and then...
That's a third-party set, right? Is that the third
party?
Yeah,
the MY or MK100s.
Okay.
And
that's what I have, right?
And then
isn't that what...
It might be.
Over here?
I mean, it's the latest version of it, but then it also comes with its actual, like, hot toy stand.
Ah, okay.
So, but this is weird. It actually comes with, like, a fake signature, like a fake autograph card.
Ah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, did you see... Hot Toys is now getting into cards.
That's strange.
Like,
right? Isn't that... Right? I mean, this is the third-party kit, but we're getting a better one soon, so...
Yeah, that probably... yeah, the same. It might be different company, but it's the same design.
Yeah.
This is the other one I unboxed today. Well, last night. I just lathered her up on 303 last night. So
very nice, very nice.
Having her dried up. Yeah, Nebula. Yeah.
Nebula.
It's a nice figure. I really like the head sculpt.
Yeah.
Also, Denobi, thank you for that expert unboxing on the Mark IV War Machine. I didn't have to read the instructions. I just watched your video again just to put in the screws.
Yep, and again, just want to...
With the batteries.
And again, for any of the collection, again, this is a what was it, Nate? 400, 360, 405, something in that?
Yes.
I got this for $230 off Amazon.
Oh.
That's the hologram, right?
That's the
Yep, a holographic version. And the thing is, it is a die-cast figure. It's like the only parts that aren't die-cast are like the plastic coverings. The interior of the body is die-cast.
God, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, I've seen there's only like 100 gram difference, 120 gram difference between the full die-cast version and then this one.
Damn.
So
see, this is why I was telling you, Nate, on the Midnight Run. I go, I'm not excited for EndGame. Not that I'm not hating on the EndGame line. I go, I feel like that ship has sailed, and I have to strategize on these for these hits. So like when everybody, it's hard to get excited for a battle damaged Thanos. Like it feels not dated. It feels like I've moved on past that, and it's very frustrating that I still have several characters from EndGame that are on pre-order for a movie that came out in theaters in 2019, and it's just very frustrating. It really is. And I'm like, I don't like, I just want to be able to get my Battle Damage 85. I want to be able to get the Captain America 2012. Just get those last few remaining pre-orders. That way I can then focus on, because for me, Star Wars right now is number 1. DC is number 7. DC is coming in strong for me. And then Marvel's just been kinked in the third. So it was always the other way around. It was always for me. It was always for Marvel, DC, and then Star Wars on third. Now it's like I flipped it around, and I have Marvel on the bottom. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of DC stuff I want now.
Do you feel the same way with the Empire line? Like that ship has sailed for you. Now you want the Return of Jedi line to start?
No, because the Empire Strikes Back is a legendary, like it's a flagship film, but I feel that Hot Toys has moved on past that line, and it's focusing heavy on the Mandalorian line for what has been explained to me by people from Hong Kong, that they need a huge cash infusion, and they're able to achieve that with the Mandalorian and a couple of these reissues until things stabilize. And I forgot this guy's name. It's an old friend of mine from Hong Kong. It's not Budget Story. It's not him. Where he was explaining to me that they're being aggressive now with the shipments. So when something gets released in Hong Kong, You know, we're probably going to see, because before it used to be 90 days they'd show up in the US. Like, no, they're going to go back to that. That whole 30-day window that we had in 2019 when something would be released in Hong Kong, and then 30 days later you would get the notification from Sideshow. Oh, that's coming back strong. Yeah, it's going to come back strong. I mean, you're not, that whole drama situation with Sideshow and these Hong Kong third-party retailers. Yeah, that whole situation, technically, it's not over. Everybody's restructuring, because in this new day and age, if you don't adapt and evolve, you'll end up behind. You'll end up like Sears or Toys R Us. It's the old ways. You can't run a retail establishment with the old ways anymore. Not anymore.
I will say this though. Let me see. Before I say my piece about something I wanted to bring up, Michigan Jedi is asking Denobi, what's your take on the single jointed arms and legs for the armorer?
From the Mandalorian. I don't have her yet, and I haven't seen any reviews yet on it because I don't care. Not that I plan on reviewing the armor, but for me, it's more the armor is more of a, what's the best way? It is a Pokemon figure for me. Like it's a mandatory character that I know that if I don't pounce on it now, it's going to be trouble later. And I've made some miscalculations for selected Star Wars characters where I thought I can go back and revisit. And I suspect that the armor, because it's a Toy for exclusive, it'll be affected by price. I don't care. For me, when I get her, she's going to be opened up, and she's just going to get thrown in with the Mandalorian line right behind me, and I'm going to move on. So the armor is not a character that I'm excited to get. It's more of a mandatory character, sort of like Nebula. You know, like I need a Nebula because I'm pretty sure we're never ever going to see a Nebula character again from EndGame. I'm thinking that's going to be it. I'm thinking because this Nebula was so poorly received in pre-orders, and I that's the stuff I look for. Remember, was it my live? I don't know where. Maybe it was my last live stream. It was a Cyborg live stream where I talked about. I had no idea that my Justice League line would blow up, almost double the price overnight from the announcement of Cyborg. I always knew that collecting the Justice League line, it was going to be a unique line because it was so poorly critically panned that I knew that those specific characters we were never going to see again, and that is the seed. That's a true seed for a birth of a Grail down the road. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
And I listened to one of the streams last night from Collector Weekly, where it was just a lot of regret. Like, people, the true collectors will regret, like, yeah, I just didn't think the Justice League line and Cyborg looks good and so forth, and people looks great, and I never thought about ever collecting because I'm telling you, the Justice League line, majority of those characters were discounted on the secondary market.
Yeah.
And you can still get some of them now on Amazon for cheap, or at least below retail.
No, not from the Justice League Joss Whedon line. No.
No, it's tough. It's tough to get the Justice League line right now. Like, the Batman Tactical is almost $400. Ben Affleck is pushing like $350.
I thought it meant like the Wonder Womans and like especially like the concept Wonder Woman, like the Gal Gadot one.
No, the true Justice League. Yeah, the true anything. Remember, it's when you're spending this type of money on these high-end figures, it's all about the branding, right? It's true. Yeah. So everything with the Justice League has almost doubled. Even the gold suited Aquaman that I remember on eBay at one point going for like $200 brand new. I'm not kidding. I'm like, it's like $200 brand new because people just didn't care for them, and now everybody wants them. Now everybody's willing to settle on the gold and green to create a mismatched DNA sequence of a Justice League team now because they know that Cyborg is coming. So it's fascinating. It really is, because I never intended to finish that line. but is what's the quote from Papatina? It's a surprise, but a welcome one. You know,
a surprise.
Exactly.
A surprise, welcome one to be sure, but
to be sure,
a
exactly.
surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll be honest with you too. Like for the armor, I think she looks good, but for me, she's nothing more than an accessory. And I know going down the road, like you're thinking, like it's a calculated risk. I know she's going to go for insane money.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm okay with that. I don't need her in my collection. I know some people are going to be like, oh, you have to. You know what? Other than, making a few the weapons and armor for her, again, for me, she's an accessory side piece character. And that I can spend my money on something else that I truly want and actually have that connection with. Yeah.
I mean, and there's a lot. But she was a badass in the show. I mean,
there's no discounting that. Absolutely.
But I don't expect much other than to have the armor character. I would probably hold IG-11 a lot higher in regards of excitement than I do with the armor. But she's still coming home. I still pre-ordered her.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that the reason why we got such a there's people out there, that collectors, that feel that the armor didn't live up to the hype as far as like material, and it feels like a very cheap figure compared to Hot Toy quality
for the armor.
And yes, that's what I've been hearing, and I feel the reason why is because they probably saw the writing on the wall with the armor that it wasn't going to sell or pre-order well for future figures, and they did the same thing with Rey. Like the accessories are great with Rey, but the head sculpt compared to Kylo's head sculpt, Rey didn't have a lot of pre-orders compared to Kylo. And I did say this early in the stream, my Kylo got canceled by accident. So I spoke to Sideshow support, and they told me, oh, it was by accident. It was a glitch in the system. Okay, cool. So they're gonna get my NRD back so I can reorder Kylo. And they told me straight up that they got a lot of Kylos in the warehouse right now. They finally unloaded all the Kylos. They got a lot of Kylos.
Yep, Kylo's no longer in the Connex.
So as far as Rey's concerned, I think the reason why I think Hot Toys is also picking out who they want to put their 100% in for head sculpt / bodies.
Yeah,
depending on how the pre-orders go, or future reference. Like, okay, so the armor, we see that it probably won't do well with the pre-orders. We won't put as heavy duty 100% work into it. But it's just enough. Just enough.
I do like this. This is one of the main reasons I got this.
Yeah, you said that because of the droids. You love the droids.
I love the droids, man. Love it.
Well, J.J. Abrams, that's the first abused droid we've got.
Yeah. The head sculpt is okay, I guess. I mean, I guess I can cover it up with the helmet. That way I don't have to see her face, right? Her butterface, right?
But you know what though? That almost seems like it would be better served with a Leia. Like were they actually at one point thinking about introducing the Leia training version?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's exactly what she was wearing when she was training with Luke.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, you're right.
The accessories are nice.
There's some really cool accessories on here. There's some cool stuff on here. Pull in. I know it's not very well lit, but yeah, I'm having fun here, getting her all set up. Realistically, it really was the DO. It really was the and there's a lot.
I think it's like magnetized to the base, right? It can magnetize to the base.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff here. So
cool.
Is she the best Rey? Probably not. I'm gonna have to probably maybe Feist in her or something. I don't know. This chest is pretty flat here. I mean, it's like a little boy. I don't know. Maybe I have to tweak it up or something.
Really? Wow. Yeah, I know a lot of people were saying that they wanted the dark side Rey from the Vision, and I'm like, yeah, that could have been cool, but that's another thing. The sales, they won't do. Like I spoke to Monica about this, and Monica told me that how well the Neon Tech Mark 50 sold over there. It was selling out. That really? Neon Tech Mark 50 over there in HK was selling out and already in the resale market for double the price. That's how crazy. Over there, not here. Not here in this market. Over there in HK. That's
and again,
how well that was selling. That was selling the neon.
Now, yep. Now again, that's the Mark 50. They already announced the Doctor Strange, the Strange 50, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Doctor Strange. So guess what they're going to be doing next? Another zombie Iron Man, but this one's going to be the Mark 50. And we're getting a whole new animated head sculpt, but it's not going to be any skulls. It's literally going to be a zombie flesh decomposing Tony Stark.
Yeah, I'm not. Are you collecting the zombie, Nate? I'm not collecting any of that.
I'm not either.
I'm being selective.
Okay.
I'm not, because I don't like the Deadpool zombie. I don't like the Cap zombie.
Yeah.
But I will probably pick up
the Mysterio version, the Mysterio Illusion Iron Man. That one's legit. That one is legit.
Yeah.
I'll pick up that one.
I'll be honest. That's plastic, so I have issues paying that die-cast money for a plastic figure.
Yeah,
now,
I am too. I'm having doubts about that mystery. I have it on pre-order. I can still cancel it, but I'm having doubts. I'm probably gonna wait till the bloggers until it comes out in Hong Kong, so I can make my final decision. Because I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that Mysterio nightmare version of Tony Stark. I have to make cuts. There's a lot of stuff I want, and if I can bypass the zombie Iron Man, so I can focus on like the 2-pack for like the Superman and the Nightmare Batman, I would rather go with those. I mean, because it's a lot. It's like what, $420 for that zombie version of Tony Stark?
Yeah. It's like the skeleton version. Yeah, I might pick up the zombie Iron Man from the What If. If they drop that, I'll probably pick that up because I like that. If they do the full on head sculpt like they did in the animated zombie of Iron Man, that looks cool. Okay, I'll probably jump on that. Oh, Lane Kramer with $5.
Hey, thanks, Lane. Thanks, brother.
So hey, how are you guys feeling? Denobi, etc. On deciding between the Chrome Mando, normal, or deluxe? I'm not sure I need those extras between the two.
So the Chrome Mandalorian, I see it in the same way as Deluxe Luke. It's not going to go anywhere, and I'm going to shop around and look for the best deal. So I will get the Chrome Mandalorian to my collection, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over it because I know that you kids out there probably ran over and hit the day one pre-order, and I'm counting on that to help me focus on my schedule. So if I can count on the day one, the folks who go crazy for that stuff. But that being said, though, the Chrome Mandalorian was what's the word I'm looking for? It was a decisive sour your milk announcement. So it may not be a high pre-order amount for that, though. So I do take that into account because it seemed a lot of collectors were bent out of shape over the Chrome Mando, so that's something I'll have to keep an eye on. But again, I'm not gonna have my money sitting on that. I need to know when it drops. I'll look at some blogger photos and reviews, and then I'll pounce on it because it is a better, superior version than the Mandalorian that we have.
I will say this though, if you aren't looking to pick up the swoop bike for Mandalorian, if you're not looking to pick that up, go with the regular edition of the Chrome. Because, honestly, for me anyway, deluxe everything. Everything for me. Like, everything is deluxe for me. But if you don't want any of those accessories, or you're like, the price is a little bit I say for the Chrome, if you're not picking up the swoop bike, because a lot of the accessories for the deluxe edition, they're literally the bags for your swoop bike. So if you're looking to get the swoop bike, you gotta get the deluxe edition Chrome edition for the bags to create that scene. You want that complete scene. Then if you go look back at your swoop bike, you're like, I wish I got the deluxe because I wanted those bags on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. It all depends on if you're getting the swoop bike. Now, me personally, and I've said it before, I'm not grabbing this. I have the deluxe that came out now. I'm happy with that. I have the upgrade kit, so I've got the Season 2 armor, you know, with the Beskar spear and, you know, saber. So I'm happy with that. But again, if you want to grab this, again, just like Nate said, if you're not grabbing the swoop bike, it's really not necessary to spend the extra money on stuff that, I mean, unless you're going to literally have him posing, like in the ad with him having everything over his shoulders, just go with the normal Chrome version if you're going to go that route.
I am definitely getting the swoop bike. But that's how it is. I'm gonna move this out of the way. It's a place filler, but I love it. The swoop bike is awesome. I have the Beskar up there hanging out. I don't know if you can you see that? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you install that in a module case? Because now you're giving me ideas.
Yeah. Well, there's a steel bar in the ceiling, so you just have to be creative, and I don't know if you can see it, but
I know it's the center support bar. Okay,
it's a center support bar. Yeah, just add a screw onto it and just be creative. That's it. I do it all the time, like right here. Like you can see, he's hanging. I don't know if you can see it here, but
we can see it.
The War Machine, he's hanging. Yeah.
That's the Mark IV, right?
Yeah, the 46. If you look up, it's hanging from the ceiling.
Oh wow, look at that.
Huh.
Okay, now I got to get some of the dynamic poles now.
But Don, when you buy with module case, you know they always give you extra screws and extra like accessories and.
Oh yeah, no. I've got like all the extra parts and everything is down in my basement in one of the shipping boxes. So I've got everything in there. So
yeah, it's the same thing like how I have it over here too. Like right here, it's the same, right there. Like I have the Midas hanging from the ceiling.
That's a beautiful piece right there. I need to pick him up. I need to pick up the Midas.
Wow.
Oh my God!
That's my Kid Bash gator. My local gator.
Yo, the supposed 2-pack Loki and Sylvie better bring that accessory there. That better bring the Loki gator. It has to.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm not chasing that third-party Loki kit. I'm not in a big hurry to add another Loki to my set. But if Hottoys decides to release the Loki from the TV show, I will most likely commit. But I'm not begging for it. I'm not lobbying. I'm not leaving hashtag Loki on like I'm not doing like a cyborg campaign for that nonsense. But if they do,
the Mark 46 is getting the campaign right now. Like, wait a minute. I've been seeing prices. The Mark 46 is not bad on resale. I'm like, why people want to reissue? I mean, unless it's hard to find, but the prices ain't that what you're looking for. I'm like, Hot Toys will pretty much put it on a resale, not resale, but put it in the retail market for about almost the same price or a little bit over, maybe 30 or $40.
I don't think we're going to get a reissue of the Mark 46. Isn't the Mark 47 still on the shelves? Collecting.
Yeah, the Mark 47 is still on the shelf, and then I can see the Mark 6 getting reissued versus the 40. The
Mark 46 was heavily rumored as a reissue.
Yeah,
from one of my sources.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's supposed to. Same thing like with the diecast Mark 1. We all knew we were all expecting it around March. That's when I sold mine. I sold my Mark 1. I'm like, oh, get rid of this. I go, I'm going to try to extract any value if we're getting a diecast. I had 2 sources from Hong Kong confirmed to me in March that we were going to get the Mark 1, and then when did we get the announcement for the diecast Mark 1? It was in July.
It was July.
Okay, by June, I was sweating like a hooker in church. I'm like, oh my God, I sold my Mark 1, and we're not going to get it, and I got duped. And then I started to buy into the propaganda. I was like, yeah, Hot Toys did that as misdirection, and I'm like, God, I fell for it. So I was ready to jump off a building. I'm like, I can't believe, because the Mark 1 2.0 was the one I had, was the 3rd Hot Toys figure I ever purchased. And it was very sentimental to me, but I was willing to part it if I knew I was going to get an improvement. So
now, was this much of an improvement for you with the USB powered system?
Oh yeah, that was the one that everybody else was talking about, critiquing it. I go, did anybody read the description on this thing is like they're breaking technological bounds. It's a micro USB. Like nobody was covering that. Everybody was so quick to put out their one-hit piece that yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No. That the fact that Easy Collectibles didn't even put 2 and 2 together. That I'm like, look, dude, this thing is gonna power the mechanics and the light source. It says it in the description, and like nobody was pointing that out. To me, that was like, holy, that's mind blowing. It tells you it's powering a light source and the mechanical fan. USB.
Well, we actually did talk about that when this was announced. We did a live stream, and one of the very first things I actually brought up was that not only was the fan USB, the light source was. And then people were actually reading that, and they thinking, "Oh, that's only for the exclusive version."
Okay. Because I was listening to everybody, because I remember I did something later that night. I didn't. Now everybody.
There you go, USB powered right there. Yep.
Yeah, maybe you did point out it was USB plug, but nobody was putting 2 and 2 together, because everybody just assumed, or maybe it was somebody, where they were like, "Yeah, it's only going to power the mechanical fan." I'm like, no, it's going to power the light source. Because the Mark I doesn't have a lot of light sources.
Yeah, no, they were saying that in the stream too. Is like, no, it's only gonna do the fan. You know, they need batteries, and we're like, we actually brought it up, and it was like, yeah.
Mike's saying that we did cover it.
You did cover it?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you, Mike.
We were actually arguing over it.
Well, people were saying it's only for the exclusive, and then we're like, no, they're not going to create 2 different engineering versions of the figures.
Maybe it was my boy Dante. Because I remember I listened to him, I listened to Easy, and I'm like, nobody's covering it. And then like Collector Weekly, like nobody was covering like there's new technology that's being implemented into this Mark I, and like nobody's covering this. Nobody's like focusing on that.
Oh, that was like one of the first things we mentioned, Nate and I, when we were reviewing it.
Then Don, you are a licensed veteran collector, so I do believe you if you say so.
Well, I mean, Nate was there with me too, so
I'm messing with you. I know. I'm picking on you. I believe you.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Thick skin.
Now, I always want to get your thoughts in, man, about. Okay, let me see. Did I have it? Okay, don't give me a second. I think I had it and I lost it. I'll pull it up in just a minute, but just wanted to hear your thoughts about the Mandalorian Luke. I mean, like, with what's going on with people with this figure, not because of it being a DX or being a missing R2D2, but the simple fact that
I'm laughing because I'm already it's anticipation.
You already know, and then people already the stream already knows. The damn head sculpt.
The Ken from Toy Story.
Hey, Nate, you heard it in my midnight run. You cats all out there, you guys were the ones beating off to this figure, right? I was the conservative one. You guys thought Jesus had risen from the grave with his damn Luke Skywalker. And
I haven't pre-ordered it. I have not pre-ordered this.
I was working. Like I kept, because I have my computer behind me and I'm there answering emails, and I kept doing like, what the, like, are they beating off to this thing? I'm there like, what are they? It's like,
it's like no, it's like that South Park episode where they have the internet refugee camp.
Yeah. And Nate, what was my metaphor? What was that? It was like seeing Jesus on a piece of toast.
Yeah, yes. It's like seeing Jesus for the first time or second time.
It's like Like I go, it's a piece of toast. Oh, it's Jesus, and he speaks to me. Look, I picked on the figure. I think they did a phenomenal job capturing the likeness of the deep fake Luke Skywalker.
Yes, exactly.
And season Mandalorian. I'm still buying it. I'm not going to go out and chase it and do.
But the thing is, though, again, the guy who did the correction on YouTube, he was hired by ILM, and we got reports from Monday when we started doing the stream for this figure that they've already gone into the Disney Plus. They've already adjusted season 2 Luke's face. It's already been updated, so this will probably be updated as well. So
okay. So the only thing that concerned me that kind of I hate to use the word hypocrisy, right? Because it's a strong word. But,
you know how many have you seen how much those Jesus toes go for?
Not as much as the Jesus Cheetos.
What?
Freaking Hot Collectibles.
What's going on?
Oh God.
Oh, we got Dante.
Dante.
Oh man.
What was I bitching about? I was complaining about some. Oh, that's
the word hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy. So, I always find it fascinating that everybody thinks it's malpractice and highway robbery at the retail price for Cyborg because it's $315. It's like, oh, they expect us to pay that without diecast and blah blah.
Wait, what you mean? Like, why did people think that? Like, I thought it was perfect for that price because I'm like,
I thought it would be more.
I thought it was gonna be more.
But yet nobody really was concerned about the $330, $360 shipping and tax, and their concern was the face. I'm like, really? You cats out there don't think about that price. You guys lost your minds over the $315 Cyborg.
You out of your damn minds. You out of your damn minds.
You lost your damn minds over Cyborg, but yet nobody is losing their sleep over Luke. And then what did I say? I gave points to somebody. I gave points to Dante.
You gave points to Dante.
I gave points to Dante because he was the only one. And then when he started gaining traction about the price, my boy Pete cut him off like, oh, but it's wonderful. It's beautiful. Remember, Pete cut him off. I remember that because I was listening, because I was working. I was dealing with some nasty friggin' customers, and I'm like, oh man, like nobody could say anything bad. Look how I'm waving this. I'm waving poor Ray like a scolding one. Here.
That's Ray? What? Oh my God! I thought that was like a tube or something. I thought you were like one of them plastic tubes you got for your figures.
I'm waving Ray like a scolding wand from like a nun from like the 1930s, like
from Blues Brothers, from the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, Blues Brothers. Yeah, Blues Brothers.
The penguin.
So you see that level of hypocrisy there. I'm like, really? You guys are losing your mind over the 315 Cyborg because it's not diecast, but no one bats an eye over the $330 DX
Deluxe
Light. You know what it should be called? DX Light is what it should be. It should be.
There is light on the broken. There's a light function on the broken Dark Trooper though.
Yeah, because they have massacred the meaning of what a true DX means. I know what a true DX means, and they've massacred it. They've just you used to get two heads. You would get different wig accessories, like with Johnny Depp, with the DX Johnny Depp I have. Mm-hmm. You'd get sets. You get real sets, not this paper recyclable stuff from no. You would get real wooden sets with Indiana Jones. Because I have the DX Indiana Jones. I have a DX Pirates. The true meaning of DX, but because you kids out there are swooned by the magic of Luke Skywalker, because he's mesmerizing. He's a legendary character. We all grew up, kids playing with, and the only concern was about his face. And then most live streamers thought it was like perfection with the face. I'm like perfection.
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 Dante's in the house.
Guys?
Dante.
What's going on, brother?
It was
up, everyone.
It is. Look, they did it to me, and I'm giving them full credit. They did a fantastic job capturing the deep fake likeness of Luke Skywalker and the story with the rolling ball eye technique, which, I don't know how much of his eye rolling was happening in that episode. He didn't have much screen time other than steal Grogu and run away with R2. But
you
guys talking about Ken Skywalker?
Yes, we're talking about Ken Skywalker. Yes. Here's the thing, though, with the pricing. Okay, I didn't have much problem with the pricing because I thought it was going to be more. I thought it was going to be pushing 350, 375.
The pricing is concerned, though, Nate, because remember, when it is expected to drop. It's easy. Look, it's easy to fall in love with a non-refundable pre-order of what? $33. Ooh, I'm getting him. Ooh, $33. Oh, I'm getting him. Yeah, cool. When it comes time to bat, are you going to be able to swing, or are you going to go, well, you know what? I don't like the head sculpt. I'm going to get something else. I'm happy with the Return of the Jedi, because you'll see that. Because you'll see that on Reddit. You'll see it on social media. I decided to keep the Return of the Jedi version because I like that one better. No, it's not it, because you're starting to collect your wallet.
There's collectors like me that got like multiple Lukes. I got the deluxe Luke, and then I got the regular Luke from the original trilogy. You know, original Return of the Jedi. I bet Dante, you got like a Luke Skywalker, right?
Yeah. I have. Actually, I don't know if I'm the one of the few people that I actually like the head sculpt. It's like the CGI, obviously, right? It is likeness. CGI. That's what they call that likeness. But I was telling people like, don't be surprised if Hottoys decides to do some minor upgrades to the head sculpt and make it look much better than that, right?
Yeah,
to me, it doesn't look bad. It's just me, It's gonna. Yeah. I think it's gonna, because think about what happened with Wanda from WandaVision, right? They announced the figure, then they decided to revise and make some minor updates, right? I think Hottoys is trying to do that for characters like Luke, obviously.
Well, not even Gamora. Compared to the prototype Gamora to the actual final release, that thing is beautiful.
Yeah.
That ray is nice. That ray that you have, the Novi, is actually pretty nice.
The one he's waving like a wand. The one he's waving like a wand.
It's fine. I'll put the helmet on. I'll add some bubble wrap to her chest, and she'll be fine. She'll be good.
I'm actually surprised you don't have any gloves on. Because that white robe, I'll be having gloves galore. Yeah. Like, I don't want to get no stains on it at all.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I wonder if she's UV protected.
Well, if it's not, then you get by like a month or two, you get her as
and she starts to yellow.
Yellow like the Ray from Force Awakens.
Eventually, it's Tusken Raider Ray.
Yeah, you're no Ray. No, this is it. No, it's no big secret. It's the DO. This right here, once this Ray sells out, this little DO character here is going to be the cat's meow right here. This right, because we're never going to see this again. I promise you, we're never going to see this guy made. And on the secondary market, just this probably alone, once the thing sells out, you're probably going to be able to fetch anywhere from $60 to $100 easy, just for.
I'm thinking more than that, my friend. I'm thinking more in the 125 range.
It probably could. But to me, like I said, the real value, it's this guy right here, because we're never going to see him again.
So man of Hot Collectibles, how you been, bruh?
So, man, just came from work. Took a shower, and then I just saw you guys talking about Luke Skywalker, and then you were showing that Ken picture. That was funny. Yeah.
In one of our groups, someone posted that. I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be forever in the Facebook group." That freaking picture.
Yeah, it's gonna. It's at the end of the day, it all comes with your preference. What you like, what you don't like. Some people like it, some people don't like it. It's like every other release, right? There's always controversy.
Like here's the thing, honestly. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with that head sculpt? You're gonna do it like this. You're gonna hide it over the freaking hood.
That's it.
That's pretty much what you're gonna do with the head sculpt. Right?
There's nothing. I mean, if you don't have a Luke Skywalker, now I play devil's advocate in my stream. If you don't have a Luke Skywalker, this is a adequate, fair version to add to your collection. If you already have the there's collectors out there that already have two versions. The regular Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi and the deluxe. There's I don't think there's. If you wanted to be a completist, probably, but
I'm looking at my Return of Luke right now. I mean, there might be like minor differences, and as far as his tunic, and obviously the robe color, but I think that's about it. I mean,
no, actually
the belt's different.
It's a huge. It's a lot of changes. Like
really,
if you see there's a picture that he's on his knees next to Grogu. I mean, you can tell that they don't have the fat suit anymore. They probably improved that. I think it's a new body as well. The overall tailoring of the suit is different because that vest you see on the Return of the Jedi. is a more like a
There we
gray,
go.
but you can see
Yeah,
the
it is gray.
quality on the
Yes.
fabric. This is black. So what to means to me is that because this is a DX, right? We expect to be I don't gonna say better quality because in reality anything that you buy over $200 has to be really good quality.
Yeah.
But because it is a DX, they pay more attention in the fabric, in the detail on the suit and all those things. By adding the torso of the bust for the Dark Trooper, obviously that increases the value of the set. But look at the tailoring. It's really like the detail. If you zoom in, you can see kind of like the detail on the fabric and everything. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know why people are saying that it's the same figure. I'm like, no, it's not.
no, it's not.
It's
It's
I mean,
not.
okay, then if it's not, it's not.
And even
Well,
when you see
wait,
he's
wait.
venting the arm, you can see so it's more like to me like they removed the fat suit and they did a new body and they put more layers
But they did the
of
same
clothing.
thing with the Return of Jedi Deluxe version. They did remove the fat suit.
Oh, did they? Oh, I don't have
They did.
that
I
one.
have the Return of Jedi Deluxe, and it's the skinnier body compared to the
Okay.
compared
original.
to the original. I have both of them. I had to get both because that's my hero, Luke Skywalker. Okay, I commit. Like if you put as many Lukes as you want, I commit to them. That's my hero right there.
There's so you figure if let's say if I wanted to take a shortcut, let's like, you know what, I don't want to get the DX Luke, right? And because I would rather focus on the like Swoop Bike and the other characters are coming out. I'm almost positive that the secondary market is probably going to copy that head sculpt, right? Because they've done it before. Most popular characters that have been released by Hottoys will get cloned as a third party. And technically, you would only really need would be the head sculpt and a black cloak covering his face with a Grogu and a regular Force Awakens R2, and you've kind of almost essentially recreated that iconic scene, right? Now, I mean, if you want to split hairs, it's not going to be completely accurate because there is minor details on the belt that don't reflect the Return of the Jedi. But if you wanted to create a somewhat similar facsimile, you're not that far off from it. That's why I did the whole joke on that little short, like it's really not that far off. And the way that everybody was covering it, they made it seem like it was something they had never seen before. And I always find that fascinating. That's why I listen to you guys. I learn from you guys because I'm like, what the hell are they seeing that I don't see? I see the exact same shit. What are they seeing? Jesus? What are they seeing? What is it that they're losing sleep over this? Because I don't see that same level of excitement that most Star Wars collectors do. So it's not to like rain on the parade, because I'm going to end up getting it. I will. I think it's a unique figure and a unique character that I think it'll be a nice addition to my collection. But it's definitely not a day one pre-order. I don't see this as a day one pre-order. I don't see as anything,
And like other people are saying in the comments, I think this almost was too much of an emotional attachment, where the emotional attachment worked against you if you pre-ordered this already.
That's why you have to sleep on this. That's why these little one night stand that these you collectors go through, you got to calm down the following day. You gotta wake up and then pull out the checkbook or build your chart, and you're like, all right, when the hell is this thing gonna drop, and how can I swing it without getting in trouble with the boss?
Well, you see, I think there's two things, right? I mean, I've been collecting for years, and Denobi, you've been collecting for decades as well. Don, Nate. So I don't pre-order stuff. Like I really like very rare here and there pre-order. This one I pre-order because I want to have two Luke Skywalkers, and I can only get one from the when this is released, right?
Oh, you're in the two train too? I'm in the two train, bro.
And I don't order multiples of anything. Like if you see my collection, I usually have one figure of one character. I don't have like two of the same characters, right? But I'm gonna get module cases, so I'm gonna start building some type of a scene. So I'm gonna actually get two Boba Fett's. I'm gonna get two Lukes, just because I want to have that one with when he's with the hoodie, with the lightsaber, and the other one with Grogu
Oh
and
wow!
R2-D2, right?
Look at that. The Gonk Droid and Jawa finally sold out. Wow.
Look at that.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
waitlisted.
No.
But
Well, no. Hey, it's Sideshow. Everyone went home for the day. It's probably just a blue screen malfunction. It's after 5 o'clock.
No, it is actually well listed, but you can
Yeah.
still go to Comiconcept and get it if you haven't.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they still have it, I think, available.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that's the thing. Yeah, some people. I actually pre-ordered it the same day it was announced, just because I want to secure one, right? Just me, my personal preference. Will this means that this guy is gonna sold out when it arrives? I don't know. I mean, at this point,
Come on, Dante. You're smart, Dante. Don't act like a rookie, Dante. Come on now.
no, that
Come
one
on
sold.
now.
That
You
one sold.
know
I didn't
that's
say
not
it
gonna
will
sell
sold
out.
out. Oh no, it will sold out.
Don't make me. Come on, Dante. Come on now.
Don't throw the rain at it.
Don't-
I didn't say it will. I said I don't. It will not sold out right away,
Okay.
unless who knows? Maybe
All
they
right.
improve the Heskel.
Okay.
Damn, did always be our dad right now. Don't.
All right.
He's gonna pull out the ruler.
Don't act like it may sell out. Like, come on now. Come on. You know we're gonna have.
He's grabbing that right like it's a piece of
deepfake
chicken,
Lukes
right?
till way past the anniversary.
He's like,
We're gonna have
I'm
so
telling
many
you.
deepfake
I'm
Lukes.
telling you.
We're gonna deepfake Luke. The deepfake Luke is going to be the host for the Return of the Jedi pre-order announcements. He's going to be around for so long.
Talking about that, for season 3, Luke is gonna be in season 3. That's what I heard. I don't know. Maybe that's what I heard. But do you think, because everyone talking about Sebastian Stan to be the younger version of Luke, but do you think we're gonna see more CGI Luke?
Oh
Because
yes,
they hired this guy from the guy who does the deepfake stuff.
that's
Yeah,
why
they
they
did.
did it. Because we're going to get more Luke. We're going to get Luke going through different outfit ensembles. Do you think this is the first deepfake Luke we're going to get? We're going to
We're
get
gonna get a
more.
much
Deepfake
better
Luke in
version.
Ahsoka. Deepfake Luke in Book of Boba Fett. Maybe there's so many. You never know. Like freaking hell.
But Nate, they confirmed it to the fans. They headhunted this kid from YouTube because he did such a great job. Like, oh, we got to get this boy under lock and key contract. Yeah, because we're going to see more Lukes down the road.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably going to have, his out. Can you come on now?
Did they fix the footage already? Because I heard that they're gonna
they did.
refix.
They
Oh,
fixed
they
it.
did already.
It's already updated in
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
in Disney Plus.
Well, since when?
Like
Recently,
few
I
days-
guess.
Most recently, a few
Recently,
days
right?
ago. Yeah, a few days
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, okay. Because I saw it right after they announced that guy, and I saw the same thing.
Hell,
So maybe
I think this is the same guy that fixed the Tarkin deepfake too.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they
yeah,
bring
I mean,
him back and fix have him redo the Tarkin.
But
for
the
Rogue
thing
One.
is, though, when they made the announcement, it wasn't like they just hired him. That's just when they made the announcement, because he apparently has been working at Lucasfilm since like March, like either late February or early March or something like
I
that.
see what you're saying. It's when they made the official announcement. Hey, we got him under lock and key. I see what you're saying.
But he's been
okay.
working there for like the last 4 or 5 months already.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe working on the look to make sure
Yeah.
it
No.
comes
I'll bet good money we're going to get at least two more versions of deepfake Lukes.
But
They never get better.
Denobi, this is
Huh?
what I complained about during the discussion and then the live stream. The one thing I did complain about this figure, we're spending $350, nearly almost $350 or $375 after shipping and tax. $360, right?
360. Yeah.
And you give us the USB powered armored Iron Man Mark 1 reissue, right? But you didn't want to update the actual lightsabers. It's still arm and peg up in the freaking swap thing. And I'm like, no, Hot Toys. I wanted a USB powered lightsaber. All right? For
That's
this
a
price
cost issue. Yeah, that's a cost
Yep.
issue. Because they know that they can manipulate the Star Wars community a little bit easier. Remember what I said earlier on your stream? How everybody lost their mind over Cyborg's 315. All they wanted to do was complain about the price, but nobody really focused on the price for the Luke Skywalker Deluxe because they know that they have the Star Wars community under their finger.
Yeah, but
Big
another
difference. Yeah.
no, but another thing is that this figure is coming out when Q1 2023 or Q4 2022.
Let me look back at it again.
2021, because I added it to my chart. It's between October and December of
Next year.
2022, in the middle of 4 other Star Wars drops.
Okay,
And
Yeah,
2
there
of them
is.
are deluxe.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that because when I did my figure preview, this wasn't up yet. So okay,
Yeah.
so then that means that I mean still they can though they can do minor upgrades to the accessories because
Yes.
we've seen that before. So maybe the more we talk about this, maybe the more they will listen. You know, so
Probably.
it is a good thing to talk about these things because you know
Yes.
that's gonna help us at the end of the day. Anything that we say in these platforms is gonna help us the collectors to get a better figure for our money
Because
because we are
honestly, I
paying a lot of
thought
money for this.
no, I agree. But the thing is, you know what I thought though, because it's been a while since we actually seen light up lightsabers from these Hot Toy characters. It's been a
Right.
while from the actual Jedi's, and I was like, you know what? Maybe they stopped doing the arm thing. They're probably working on a new system, and then they finally pop out that was the moment you could have gave us a new system. It's the Mandalorian loop. The Mandalorian loop.
What type of system were you expecting? Something like the USB situation?
Either the USB or
Well, you
kinda
can't.
like what
Batteries.
they did, or they kind of like what they did with Cody, with the light up arm, half the arm just light up, and then just include the power system, kind of like what they did with Cody, and then rework that better. That's what I thought.
I was thinking more like having the hilt to put some batteries in it, like a little
No,
thing, you know.
because that's the
quarter
same
scale.
thing.
That's a quarter scale Darth Vader though, but that's a quarter scale. That's enough space to do that.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing.
No, but
I mean, you
there's
know how small
tiny-
those batteries
tiny
would be?
They're tiny,
Yeah.
tiny batteries too. Maybe it's already incorporated in the hilt. I don't know, but I mean,
Air molecules are bigger.
yeah, right. But they you know they can they could definitely do some improvements on certain stuff. But I guess it will take time, especially for the lightsabers, because it is a pain in the ass. Let's be honest. How many people actually change the arms all the time for the lightsaber? I mean, maybe you do it once, a couple
I
times.
did it once, and
And
that was
that's
when
it.
I picked up
I
my
installed-
first
well,
hot
I
toy of Darkside Anakin. Darkside Anakin was one of my first Jedi hot toys, and we did it just once, and then we put the original arm back in, and that's it.
Right.
I
only
never
do it
did
for
it
the
again.
reviews.
Yeah.
I only do it for the reviews.
I always recommend adding the batteries and testing it to make sure it works, because if you ever decide 2 or 3 years down the road to resell it and it does not work, because I've encountered a couple Hot Toys where I put the batteries in, I'm like, oh, it's defective. And there's nothing worse than if you ever decide to sell something on the secondary market, like if something is defective, like you can expect a huge loss. I encountered it with Thor. In the early days, it was Thor, and then the first version of Falcon from the Winter Soldier, that stupid little rocket pack he had, I ended up getting 2 versions of him when that rocket pack was defective. Those lights would not work. Sideshow took care of it, though. But still, there are situations where you can run into that. So you should always test it out. Even if you don't plan on ever having him wield the little lightsaber, you should always test it out. I've always
I always test out my Iron Mans. That's why
I've
I had
always
your
preached
video.
it.
That's why I had
Yeah.
your video up as I was unboxing my War Machine Mark IV. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I know Denobi does the unscrews here. Okay, so okay, there it is. Because I don't want
Yeah.
to go through my freaking manual.
Well-
Manual, yeah.
Exactly. Well, my quarter scale Mark III, none of the LEDs in the lower torso would light up, and only one in the neck area would light up. So like you're saying, it's how many people, like, I'm different. I have that hooked up to a soap reactor, so that's on with my voice. But yeah, again, test everything you're saying,
Test
because
it out.
again.
Test it out.
Yeah.
Don't be
Test it
lazy.
out.
These are not little Marvel Legends. These aren't little vinyl pops. Test it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm lucky because when I do my reviews, I have to show everything, so I'll do it there, and then I just remove the batteries. But
Hey,
sometimes I don't remove
Dante.
it, especially for my Ironmans.
Quick question:
Yep.
like, how you been feeling about these Star Wars figures coming out with the holograms so far?
Well, right there, that's the exclusive special edition, right? Just the hologram. And
just
let
the
me tell you
hologram.
this. Let me tell you this. This little thing here is gonna make a difference when all this is sold out in the aftermarket, because people are gonna say, "Oh, I wanted the deluxe special edition with the special little thing," because that's what it makes it special, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's for the same price. You're gonna get this or without. So really, people's gonna go with the special edition because you're gonna get one extra accessory. It's the same price. It's really not like you paying extra $50, $40. But this thing is gonna make a difference. Not now, but when it's sold out.
He's
in
right.
the aftermarket.
He's right. Those little hologram, little tchotchke things like that, which I think are it's insignificant, does affect the value on the secondary market if you ever decide to sell it.
Right. You can say, hey, I have the exclusive one with the little hologram thing. Oh, how much? $900. All right, sold.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's ridiculous, but it's true.
Ridiculous. It's true. Yeah. It was something with the cheaper. Oh, I don't have the cheaper box. All right, I'll give you $100 less. Oh, I have the cheaper box. Okay, 900 sold.
I wish they would stop with the deluxe. Just make one stupid set and move on with life.
Oh, but what about the super like deluxe sets? They did one for the Mark 50, but it was tied to a bank in Hong Kong, where you had to drop like a $50,000-$60,000 deposit, and then you had to have like $250,000 to $350,000 average daily balance over 3 months. Then they allowed you to buy special edition Mark 50.
Wow.
And one of them was you got a special green hologram, and your display base was different. I think they only made like 50 of them.
Oh wow.
That's the old days though, Don, right? They don't do that anymore. That's like 2015 or 20. Was that before my time?
No, that's the Mark 50, the Iron Man Mark 50 for Infinity War.
Well, the thing is, yeah, go ahead.
But that was tied in. That was a promotion. That was a Hong Kong promotion, though, right? That wasn't
with the bank.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I do.
Yeah, you had to open and drop serious amounts of U.S. money, not Hong Kong money, or the value of it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, guys. I discussed this before, but I don't think I heard your opinion on this. Do you think it was a good move by Hottoys not to include R2-D2 in this set?
Okay, yeah.
I personally think it would have. I think it would have been a fan service to include R2-D2, but this Luke Skywalker is already a fan service at what it is right now. Mm-hmm. So, and honestly, it would have drove up the price to $500 for another R2-D2.
More, probably $600.
And that's diecast R2-D2.
Right.
Okay, I know people were complaining about this, but I'm like, how many people? If you think this Luke Skywalker is going to sit in Sideshow, imagine an R2-D2 Luke Skywalker 2-pack.
Boom!
Imagine
that's it.
Not many people are going to drop $600. Not many people are going to drop an Iron Man money.
Right.
No, more than an Iron Man money.
Unless
that's quarter scale Iron Man money.
Quarter scale Iron Man money for one set. For one set for 2 figures.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I could see them coming out with R2-D2 later because apparently Mandalorian is hot cash right now for Hottoys. They could drop every character from freaking.
And that's what they're gonna do.
Mandalorian.
Yeah. But if they do, but here's the thing: when they're gonna do their eventual re-release of R2, they're probably gonna call it a DX and give you parts from all the different movies because there's still the roster, the rocket thrusters for his legs from Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Then you've obviously got the pop-out lightsaber and all from Return of the Jedi and all his other extra parts. We're gonna get a saw from Return of the Jedi, and there's just so much that they could put in.
Right.
And I think they're gonna do a DX eventually.
I think, and I mean, I think it was a good call for now that they didn't include R2-D2 simply because of the price, as Nate said it. I mean, obviously the price would be like much more than this, but I think if they would have done it with R2-D2, they should have just do a limited edition, like only a few units, let's say 1,000, just to throw a number there, right? With R2-D2,
that would have been the perfect example for the deluxe. And then the regular edition.
Exactly. So I think that's that they would have done that because I think a lot of people. I mean, I have R2-D2 separate. I bought it actually like a few months ago, but I wouldn't mind to get a set with both of them together and the Dark Trooper and Grogu with the interchangeable arms with the details on the suit and all that. So that would be perfect though, if it's a limited edition.
But Dante, it would sit. It sounds great on paper. It sounds magical. Have R2, the whole family together for Christmas.
Right.
It'll sit forever.
No, but this is a specific number of availability units. Let's say 400, 500, 1,000, whatever it is, based on the market research that they need to do before releasing a figure, right? I think would be sold out fairly quick. I think. If it's a few units.
If they would have done a toy fair, then I would probably agree with you on that. If it was like a limited toy fair run to have R2, but we have 5
give
Star
me a sec,
Wars
guys.
deluxe sets that are breaking or either at $500 or breaking $500. Majority of the new collectors that have entered the market have not experienced that wrath. A $200 figure is different than a $500 deluxe set.
True.
And I don't want I don't want this to collapse. Like I really am enjoying this. I really am trying to kind of preach. I don't, because if the Star Wars collectors don't step up, we're done. We're back to the Dark Ages, and we're gonna go back to making more neon colored tech Iron Man.
Nothing wrong with that either. But yeah. I agree. You know, but I think what we're gonna be seeing more often, and I think and Everest mentioned this all the time in his shows, that we're probably gonna start seeing figures, you know, being, you know, either teased or coming out. I mean, they have a lot of characters that they can actually explore. You know, we have, you know, Han Solo, we have Luke, different versions like Hoth, for example, Jabba the Hutt, you know, C-3PO, you know, many characters that they can actually develop and do. So hopefully one day they decide to do that. So
the thing with that is I think the only way we might see what Ari's saying is if they appear in the Mandalorian or Clone Wars Bad Batch. Oh my god, I love the hat! Look at that Grogu, hilarious. So that's what I'm saying is that if they appear in the Mandalorian and in you know Clone Wars or Bad Batch stuff, then most likely we're probably going to see that character as a hot toy.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
That's if they appear in there. So the thing is, kind of like we talked about this in the beginning of the stream, that the Empire, there's no love for the Empire, and there's actually
not
more
yet.
love. Well, that's not yet, but let's say they don't go back to it. Let's say they don't go back to Empire after Bespin Luke. That Bespin Luke's going to come out. What if they don't go back?
But Dante, remember. So let's travel back in time now, though. Remember, we let Luke Skywalker kidnap baby Grogu with an R2 unit. We know we're going to see Luke Skywalker again, so we're going to eventually get a standalone Mandalorian R2. Is what I'm thinking is what's probably. So I don't think R2's out of the question. We'll definitely get a rebranded version, and I tell you what, R2's going to have a new gimmick. He'll be able to cut log. He'll have a new saw.
I guess
something.
And another.
I just had a thought. If Luke's going to appear in Mandalorian season 3, more so than what he was, I'll just put this rumor in. Just thought of it. What if Luke assists Din as Mandalore to help him fight the Remnant to retake Mandalore?
Oh.
To kind of cement, you know, because the history between the Jedi and the Mandalorians, almost like as a peace offering, and then because of this they become allies. Because that could also, they could, again, further explain why at the end of Rise of Skywalker, you saw Mandalorian ships in the fleet.
Yeah, but the thing is, I said this before, Season 3 or Season 4, or either Season 3 is going to be the Infinity War to Season 4's Endgame of Mandalorian versus Thrawn, or the Empire, what's left of the Empire. It's probably going to be sort of like the Endgame of what's to come. And pretty much Thrawn is that Endgame. Thrawn in the books, like Thrawn has always been one of the most favorite characters of all time, because in the books he brought back the Empire. He literally almost took over the galaxy once again.
Right.
You know, and Thrawn could be that Endgame for Mandalorian arc.
Right. Yep. And here's the thing. Again, going into the books, what if the remnant that we know of is just a portion of Thrawn's, Empire of the Hand, within the Chiss region, where Palpatine basically sent him out as a proxy in the unknown regions to explore, and basically set up another proxy empire that's subservient to the true empire. Now, again, this was all in the Palpatine's attempt to prepare for the Yuzong Vong, but again, not getting to the Vong, but just the idea that the remnant that we see is just a part of the hand from the books that Thrawn created. And again, if they're going off Rebels, who knows? Because, again, the comic books, the TV shows, the video games, they've already established that Palpatine did already have bases that were unknown to, but the fewest people. So Thrawn would know potentially about bases in the unknown region that Palpatine set up.
So we have that story arc with Rosario Dawson chasing Thrawn. Then we have the other seed that was planted with Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica, the chick. What's her name?
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan, yeah. So you have that story. So you have all these story arcs already that have been planted. So that's, I'm assuming either Book of Boba or Mandalorian season 3. We'll see more runoffs on that because you have like the character Bill Burr, right? Fans love him, so we'll see more of him. So it'll be good stuff.
And it's confirmed one way or another. He's actually getting toys now too.
Yeah.
Because he confirmed in his podcast he had to go in for head scans. Now some people saying he's getting a Black Series, and now would Hottoys take digital scans and then use those as reference for creating a model, like an actual cast, or would they do that?
I don't know. I do know that the creative team behind Hottoys, they always have access to film sets, and the reason I know that was because they were on the set of Age of Ultron. They had their sculptors there, and they were taking photos of all the characters and things like that. So I would assume with the Mandalorian, it's they are extended that exact same privilege, that they are always there on set. They take photos, they take measurements, which to this day, I don't understand. Why don't they just do a 3D scan? Why is it still this ancient Asian technique of hand sculpting? Man, just 3D sculpt the damn head and print it out. I don't understand why they're still doing this crap. I don't.
Hey, guys, I
gotta hit up on these comments. We're good. What happened?
Okay.
No, I have to run out.
Okay.
I just wanted to say hi to everyone. So one little rumor, that one fear that is coming next is probably gonna be Professor Hulk, either, according to what I was told, either Friday or next week.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Thanos and then Hulk, or either Hulk and then Thanos.
And then probably it's gonna be Aaron Patriot and Rex. Those are the ones that are in the pipeline.
And then
that's what I was told.
Yep, and then Ahsoka should follow after that.
Hey, we're still online.
Civil War, and then we're gonna see the Anakin Civil War is gonna be also before the, by the end of the year, and Bespin look as well. Bespin look. But anyway, I have to run. Thank you guys. Have
See
a
you,
good
Dante.
night. Take care, guys.
See ya.
Hey Dante, we're still online. You can pop in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All
Are
right.
you doing a stream this week, Dante?
Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
You're doing
So
it
far,
there.
but I'm just gonna confirm Thursday because I have so much going on.
Okay.
So I don't want to put anything until like Thursday night.
Okay.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right, later.
See ya.
Man.
Bye.
Hey Denobi, what do you think of this? I got it. A single songwriter, deluxe R2D2 with a fully articulated Grogu with cloth robes.
Yeah.
They can do that.
Yeah. So to resell R2, see, the beautiful thing with the droids is that it needs to have a gimmick, and because it's a droid, it's easy to add a quick gimmick. So R2's gonna be able to do something. Remember how George Lucas in the audio commentary for Attack of the Clones, he brags about how much he loves R2 and how easy it is to have him marketable. Remember, R2 can all of a sudden fly in Attack of the Clones with the little jets. Remember that crap? So you're going to be able to rebrand R2 with a new gimmick or new feature for the Mandalorian. So yeah, and then you can always add another Grogu or something. So yeah, I don't see that. I agree.
Oh, What about, so what if they do, potentially, I just saw, they do a playoff Return of the Jedi where, it's Luke and Din, but R2 not only has, like, Luke's saber, but he also is carrying the Darksaber inside him. I could definitely see something like that.
Yeah, it'll have a new gimmick. Now,
Exactly.
that's the Sideshow version, right?
That's the Sideshow. And I think I had someone ask here about your R2D2s that you have displayed. I think Fads asked about it. Like,
I have them. I have that one.
Okay,
I did too.
That looks like the SSR2D2. The pistons on the middle leg give it away.
Yeah, that I'll show you. I have that's the Sideshow R2. I have them serving drinks in Jabba's palace. Yeah. Right? That's it.
Yeah.
Huh.
And that's the Tamashii Nations 3PO, right?
Tamashii Nations C-3PO, yeah.
And you have the other R2D2 too, right? You have the other version of it.
And then the other version is right there. That's the Tamashii Nations R2. And then I have the Force Awakens R2. I have 3 R2. So I have, that's the Tamashii Nations, and then that's the Sideshow. And then I have, this is a Medicom right here. That right there, that droid is a Medicom. It's not to scale. Medicom used to make 1/6 scale droids, but if you notice, they're actually, so I stopped buying Medicom because
they're like 1/7.
Yeah, because they're advertised. If you know about Medicom, they advertise them as 1/6, but that's not. It doesn't line up because this protocol droid is also Medicom, and it's not 1/6 scale. That's a Medicom droid right there. Yeah. So, but it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's a Medicom. It's 1/6. You know, quote quote, but it's not. So, I mean, I have him there as a Jabba droid. But I try not to give him too much because he what's the word? He ruins the illusion. So, but anyway, I got Rey all set up, and that's probably where she's going to be for a while.
That was quick.
Yeah, quick, and I got oh, that's what I had. So the Medicom droid, I had him with the Jawas as they were abusing him. So I have him there. There you go. That's how that worked. And then the little guy in the corner. And then I got
the heavy.
And the heavy, you know the illusion with the heavy, right? I'm using a lamp arm.
Yeah.
To create the illusion that he's hovering. So if you look at him from straight forward, it looks like he's flying. But it was just the lampshade, which I ended up picking up on Amazon for like $15. I got rid of the electrical wiring, the actual lamp. I just needed the arm, kind of jury rig it. Yeah, but the other R2 I have is over here. Next.
Wow, you got 3 R2s.
I have. Oh no, wait, hold on. That's wrong. It's over here. Sorry.
4 R2s. Oh, look at that.
There you go. There you go. This is the true. That's with the K2, and then I have my Ewok that came back, and so a couple. And then hold on. Let me turn him on. Let me turn on K2S. Oh, I think I have him on a battery.
Your Jawas are the 2-pack, right? The other Jawas you got is the 2-pack from Sideshow?
Yes. You're right. Yes, that is a Sideshow Jawa, yes. Yeah. So the K2SO's eyes are wireless. It's a wireless source. So you can, as I turn them on, you see that? Can you see the eyes light up for the K2SO?
No, not really. There you go.
I saw it. Yeah.
Did
they
you?
do light up.
All right. So it's wireless. So either there's a wireless power field in here.
That's pretty cool. Look at that.
Yeah. So I need to get that, but yeah. But yeah, I love my R2s. I love my droids. So you see, I wasn't kidding. It's I bought that Rey for the DO. Because it's all for me. It's all about the Star Wars droids. They don't make enough of them, and they're always worth a fortune, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I got lucky when I got an email telling me that R2D2 from Hottoys was going to sell. The one from the deluxe version with all that pretty much sets you up with the whole freaking trilogy, old trilogy. Yeah. I was like, no way! I got an email telling me that it was about to sell out. And then when I announced, after I bought mine, and I told the community, hey guys, it's about to sell out, they called me a madman. And I was like, and then 5 minutes later, it sold out. Am I mad now? Yes, I'm out of my mind. Yes, I'm out of my mind.
I messed up. I messed up on that. I really did. I messed up on because I don't have that one, the deluxe R2. And it was always on my to-do list, and I slept on it. And and I'm not going to pay. I don't need.
Hey, Nate.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to pay what, $300-400? What is it? It goes for insane money now, and I'm not going to pay for it. I'm like, no, if they reissue it, great. If they do a Mandalorian version of R2, great. But I can't. No, I would rather have them focus on more droids. I'd rather have them focus like on a protocol droid or something else. But like I said, I won't sleep on the droids anymore. I've learned from Hottoys and the droids, when they sell out, they hold their value and then some. They're always worth a pretty penny.
Hey Don, what happened?
So
you were trying to ask?
Oh yeah, no, we broke the century mark again.
Yeah, we were at 103, 105, and then we're staying steady with the century mark. That's pretty cool. I appreciate everyone coming in. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you, folks. We appreciate it.
And hit that likes if you're new to the channel. Subscribe, and also check out Denobi as well. He does some great unboxings, man. I love his reviews. Oh, Denobi.
And he spits the truth.
I think Penny asked, why your name is always Denobi 2? What happened to Denobi 1 or just Denobi?
Oh, I thought people knew that. I thought people knew that I have an identical brother. They don't know. I've never mentioned that before. I have a twin.
Oh, you got a twin.
I got an identical twin, yeah. He never has the beard. I took over the channel. You didn't know that? There's Denobi 1. I'm Denobi 2. Like Cat in the Hat. I'm number
like
2.
Cat in the Hat.
I came in second. No, I'm joking. You know I'm joking. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Denobi 2 came about because my first channel was just called Denobi. And I had ideas for it. It got too raunchy. So then I spun off into the toy channel, Denobi 2. That's it. So it was just called Denobi 2. That was it. I thought it was clever. I thought it was a clever wordplay. But I've talked about that, years ago. People would always ask me, how come you Denobi 2? Well, because my first channel was always Denobi, and it was more of the Vegas lifestyle, the Vegas gotcha video at the time. See, back in 2012 and 13, it was prank videos on YouTube. It was gotcha moments. It was getting people to do insane things because you would make a quick buck, right? Because if you can get that shock, it was about shock content. And then when YouTube started cracking on all that crap down, I'm like, oh, looks like I got to focus on the family content. Denobi 2 it is. Let's talk about toys.
Well, it's kind of funny you mentioned that. Like, Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor, he has a brother in the British Air Force.
Mm.
His call sign is Obi-2.
Mm. No, I do have a brother. He's not identical, and he's completely opposite. Where I'm a lover of like toys and collectibles. He's more of weapons, probably the best way. Collector of arsenal. So completely opposite, completely very different. But yeah, it's just Denobi 2. But it's funny. Every now and then that question will always pop up, and I'm like, it's because the first channel was based on shock content, where I would go out on the Las Vegas Strip, and with a couple friends at the time, and something about living in Las Vegas, when you have a nice camera on the Strip, you can get anybody to do anything you want if you have a nice camera and a well-mannered host. I was the camera guy. I did all the editing, and the guy, the friend at the time, he was very suave. He was very handsome, and he can go up to girls and he was just like, hey, would you like to kiss me? And because I had the camera gear, because I would play the role of a professional camera guy, they would do anything for the camera, and we got some really good shock content for that. But that didn't last very long, because I'm like, hey, I live in Vegas. You can get anybody to do anything you want when you flash a nice camera and you have a suave host. And everybody in Vegas is kind of like Hollywood. There's a ton of starving actors that are willing to do anything. I go, look, hey, I want to launch a channel. You seem like a cool dude, and I'll do the edit and blah, blah, blah. And the channel takes off, we'll split. And I mean, I remember getting tons of bids. Like, yeah, I'll do it. Whatever. What do you want me to do? I don't want you to do anything. Just get the people to do shock and outrageous thing on camera. You can't do that anymore. This is the Wild West of YouTube, though. We're talking like 2008, 2010. This is the early days of YouTube, where you can get away with stuff like that. You can't do this stuff anymore. Where all you had to do was hang out with your buddies at night with a nice camera, and the secret was it was having a nice camera, professional camera, right? Like this. Hold on. Like if I approach a bunch of like a group of girls on the Las Vegas Strip and I'm holding this, and my buddy is suave and debonair and all that stuff, he can get them to do anything he wants them to do. Literally. Yeah. And it was fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I agree. I'm from New Hampshire. It's been what, 8 or 9 years since I went to Vegas. Literally, you can get away with almost anything on the streets of Vegas. Yeah. Anything. You know the flappers and all them. Yeah. So,
but like I said, I knew about the characters. I'm going to be the camera guy. I'm going to be professional. This is what I want. And then I would direct behind the scenes. He goes, "What do you want me to do, Denobi?" I go, "We need shot content. Can you get them to do this? Can you get them to be on their knees? Can you get them to?" We never had a no. Crazy, huh? Wild West of YouTube.
Everybody wants to be famous.
I remember those days. Shoot, I remember those days.
You can't do that anymore, though. That was the old days of YouTube, where you can get away with stuff like that. You can't do that, And
well, not even YouTube. You try and do some of that stuff now, like other people saying, you might get yourself hurt by other people.
And then so it was. Remember back in the day, it was all about prank videos. Nate, you remember that crap back in the day? It was
prank videos. Logan Paul. That's how he got big. Was his prank videos. And Vine videos. Yeah, most of them were pranks. Like I remember the Pokemon Go hype?
Yep.
One of Logan's favorite videos or hype videos was when he pranked everybody in New York City or Madison Square Garden that he found a Charizard at the spot they were in, and everyone just huddled all over him. They're like ganging up on him. A Charizard.
Yeah, it was shock. That's. Because that's at the time you can get away with that, but Logan Paul, he was the one that ruined it for everybody when he went to Japan and he started. So he ruined it. But up until that point, you can almost push the shock content. By 2014, you could no longer do shock. Like I couldn't go out on the streets of Vegas with a camera and my buddy, right? And I go, "Hey, you see those two girls over there? Can you get them to kiss?" We never had a no. Because I had the light, the camera, the gear. I had the vest. I would wear a camera vest. Like, dude, I look like I came from like Fox News because I knew it was selling the role. And I'm holding this big rig on my shoulder, right? And he could tell him anything. He's like, "Hey, we're doing this piece on the blah blah blah. We're doing this on I don't know. We pitched something. We're doing something blah blah blah." And it was But anyway, we're talking about toys. And,
I want to bring. Thank you for the history lesson on your Denobi stuff.
But I have to go because I have to pick up my kid. She's at the daycare. But it was fun. I got to unboxing. I multitask. I'm busy, Nate. I'm always busy. Yeah, I got to unbox Ray. I got to preach. I don't have anything scheduled. I won't do another midnight. I try to do midnight runs only if there's waves in the community, right? And Luke Skywalker was a big wave. It was a very big wave. It was a big, very, very big wave. But if we get a Bespin Luke or something or another announcement, we'll see. We'll do it. I'll try to do one on the weekends, even though I work. I'll try to do a midnight run because I enjoy them. It was fun. It was fun to have you and PJ and show up because I have a blast talking. You know what it is? I enjoy talking to people from around the world. I get off on it. I love it. I just think it's awesome. So I've made it a habit that if you're going to join my midnight run, check in with me. Where are you? Oh, it's Belgium or UK or Australia, because I like to try. I enjoy that outreach. So, and I try not to. I'm trying not to focus my live streams during the middle of the day out here in the U.S. because it's a little bit saturated. And you know how you learn from me? Well, I learn from you guys as well too. That way I can reflect in the evenings, and it's a different crowd. That way I can gather a different opinion. So it provides a lot of educational points of views. You saw that. You saw the the chemistry. So, but anyway, I gotta go. It was fun, and next always give me an invite. You never know if I'll drop in.